Welcome to Lesson 3, Introduction to C#. In this lesson, I'll be focusing on simple C# console-based applications that execute in a command prompt window on your Windows system and do only text-based input and output. Of course, later on in subsequent lessons that are in later parts of these live lessons videos, we'll also get into graphical user interface development. By focusing on console applications, it gives us the ability to concentrate on the C# language itself and teaching you the language. We'll be working with various C# programming fundamentals throughout this lesson and the next several lessons as well. And as you'll see, in C#, every single program you create is based on at least one class definition. So we'll show you some basic class definitions that contain only the main method that starts program execution throughout this lesson. And as you see, when we create a project from scratch, C# is automatically going to wrap our code in what's known as a namespace, which is part of how C# uniquely identifies each of the classes that you create. And because our initial programs are going to be rather simple, we'll actually be replacing the default code that the IDE generates with some simpler code that does not include the namespace declaration. We'll show you throughout these live lessons videos how to work with the online documentation. So one of the key things about C# is that it has an enormous number of predefined types in the .NET Framework class library. And anytime you use a new type, it's a good idea to go into the online documentation, read about that type, see what methods and other features are available in that type, and by doing that religiously, you'll get to the point where you understand those classes and know how to use them. And of course, the IDE, Visual Studio, also helps you with writing code as well. So when you're using a particular type in .NET, the IDE will often pop open what's known as an IntelliSense window and help you write your code. So we'll demonstrate that as well. In this lesson, we'll also do some basic input-output, and as part of this lesson, we will use C# 6's new feature called string interpolation. So they have a new syntax for inserting values into string literals, and we'll demonstrate the basics of that here and continue to discuss more about it in subsequent lessons. We'll talk about variable declarations. We'll also introduce some of C#'s operators, the arithmetic operators, equality operators, and relational operators, and we'll take a look at some basic if statements for decision making.